Alright, we've got the black pieces. I've been playing the Sicilian defense against e4, mainly, recently, so we'll see what happens with that. Okay, I'd rather you not just, like, kill my knights. So if I could... Well, no. Let's see, there. Take... Well, no, you wouldn't start with that. You'd go take, and then I just... Yeah, okay. I'd want to do that first, at least. I think now I'm actually good to push forward here. So do we take? Okay. Interesting. Let us pressure that bishop. Okay. It's not a trade I'm upset by, particularly. Do I want to advance there? I know. I guess it comes down to if I think trading queens is good for me or not. Although, a push threaten the knights. Okay, I guess we kind of have... Like, we could push, but I don't think it's a good idea. Because if we pushed, then this would be down a defender. I guess it technically still is down a defender. But, I don't know, this just feels better, in my opinion. Ooh. If we put the queen on A5? Okay, well, saw this coming. Center has gotten a lot more simplified. Ah, drats. The king isn't there anymore. My whole plan doesn't work anymore. Drats. Let's force this knight to go somewhere else. Where will he go? He can't really... Well, can't go there. I mean, there's a number of places he could go. So, we'll see. Okay. Not bad. There are some annoying places he can get to. I really kind of like this idea. If we get the bishop on b7. And then if we got the queen in front. And I doubt he'd actually allow that. And we need to get the knight out of the way, but it could work. Oh, my pawn was undefended. Drats. And currently my bishop is undefended, so we've got to take care of that issue. By doing... That would do it. That would not do it. We will move the rook to defend the bishop. Hopefully there's no other glaring weaknesses. Okay, apparently my structure's just like dead now. Is there a reason I wouldn't just... Oh, that was a terrible move on his part. I just take with the queen. You have to move your king. Then I just take with the queen. Or maybe I even like go down there. Although, I'll play it safe and probably take the piece, honestly. But I could see a scenario where you like go down and then push forward and get the checkmates. I'm not sure I've quite got the finesse to be comfortable that I'd be able to actually pull that off. Alright, come on, man. You've got like 2 legal moves? 3 legal moves? Okay, great. I take your knights. I go here. I'm not quite sure what rook to e... I think... Is this checkmate? Yep. Alright, well, that plan actually did end up panning out. Nice. Quite happy about that, quite happy. Ah, the white pieces. With white, we play the English. As per usual. Let's do it like a double-pronged sort of deal. Yeah. I like this. I'm not sure if this is an actual opening, but I like it. And then we put the knight here, get some double defense. It's not terrible, hopefully. We will want to, I think castling is going to be a priority. So let's just kind of get some pieces out of the way so we can do that. And there we go, we've castled. Wonderful. So if I move this pawn 2 spaces forward, I can't do that because that's not how pawns work. This isn't at the very beginning. Fair points. Fair points, indeed. I want to get some pressure on this square. And we can do that with the bishop. Great. This knight actually kind of sucks. It can't move like anywhere right now, although it is protecting a lot of spaces, so there's value in that. Yeah, let's get this knight. Well, hold on. Before we do that, we gotta defend the pawn. Defend the pawn, push the knight out. Profits, somehow. Yeah, I think pushing these pawns forward might yield us some good results. Yet to be seen, though. Yet to be seen. Interesting. I think we keep pushing. No need to overthink things. Just because the opponent is moving quickly doesn't mean we have to as well. Actually, no, just because the opponent is moving slowly doesn't mean we have to as well. We certainly don't want to lose from running out of time, now do we? Interesting. Okay, let's... Now, where would this knight go if we force him out? He might go there, in which case we end up trading bishop for knight, which I'm actually fine with on this board. It's a very crowded board. He could go... No, he couldn't really go there. He could go there, which would be annoying, but we'll see. We'll see what he does. Now, this is going to get a discovered attack by the queen on the pawn. Granted, the pawn's covered by a pawn right now, so our opponent would have to be an absolute idiot to decide to take under such circumstances. Let us go right there. And yeah, knight if it goes there, then we've got a knight covering. Yeah. And a queen. Queen as well. Okay, so we take, and then what? You might end up... Well, no, you would clearly take back, right? If we want the knight, we take the knight. Now you've got doubled pawns. Part of me really doesn't want to take this pawn, just because... Like, that would help get his rook activated. I think I'd rather just do this. That way I can reinforce with that pawn. And not compromise my center structure. And then also, if we get the knights, you know, that's a decent little capture there. But yeah, we want to try our best to keep our opponent hemmed in here. Okay, well done. Like I said, we don't want to compromise our center structure. This bishop is worthless. We've got to do something with that. Trying to see if there's anywhere this knight can get to that's, like, useful. Not seeing anything immediate. This is it's a tough board to navigate around. There's lots of pawns targeting a lot of spaces in the center. And man, my opponent really is thinking about this move. Okay, well. We've moved the knight here. You might... that's a terrible move. Well, it's not terrible, but it could have been better. If that gets a pawn to move forward, I was thinking we capture with the rook, but obviously we don't, because the idea with that is the rook is supported by the queen, but with the knight right there, obviously the rook isn't supported by the queen. However, pawn forward, maybe we just put the knight back, and then attack it with the rook. I mean, that's one of the useful things about knights. They can, you know, go forward, go backwards. Oh, you're doubling the rooks, are you? Huh. Okay. Take, 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 take. So I think, under this circumstance, we move the queen up one space. This does a couple things. First thing it does is it gets us another target on the square. So now to read take, 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 take. Okay, I was worried something like that might happen. Now we can't fall back to the previous space. Actually, this is fine. This is fine. Because what we do this time, we move. And obviously we don't take here because that would be stupid. So we move the knight back. Put a bishop there. Anyways, we don't necessarily want to get too tunnel visioned on this side of the board. I mean, like, I'm sure there's stuff we could be doing elsewhere. And this queen has a nasty diagonal right there that we do want to make sure we don't forget about. Also, there's a queen right there. Let's not forget about her. You can get the queen there, maybe. Bishop there. Doesn't seem like the worst play in the world. Another thing is we could lift up the rook, bring another rook down here, double our rooks up, maybe. And at the very least, it seems our opponent is struggling with this position. Which, to be fair, it's a fairly complex position, so I certainly sympathize. And what do we do if they push the pawn even further forward? What do we do indeed? Well, in that case, the bishop wouldn't be a good idea. There's potentially ideas of, like, getting this knight over here to be able to attack. And then at that point, like, we get this one here, we got this one attacking here. There really wouldn't be anywhere for the pawn to run at that point. And the trade would happen when I was ready for it. But obviously, making Not sure what I was expecting, but it wasn't that. Interesting. What did I want to do again? Right, bishop. Bishop down there. Perfect. Now, in terms of firepower, we've got a bishop and a rook against two rooks. So, it should go something like that, which is not favorable to us. Okay, well then. I guess this is what we're going with. We're bringing the knight over. Then we put the knight here, and at that point there is no escape. We get knight there, queen there, and then it's just like boom, 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 boom. Oh, accidentally got rid of that line. Boom, boom. What are you doing? I legitimately have no idea what he's doing over there. Anyways. Alright, knights, there we go. This is a very strange formation. I'm not sure I've really seen this happen much in chess before. But it's a strange game. I suppose it's fitting. Ah, that's your plan. How much do I care? I mean, quite a bit. You are attacking my queen. I see, so now I can't just take with the queen because you got the king there. I could block with a pawn. Which actually doesn't seem like it's not good. Let's just get that straight. It's not good, but it's certainly not the worst thing in the world. Then you've got to start worrying about defending your knight at that point. It's not a good trade. And the alternative is I just move my queen out of the way, and then if you take my knight, I just take with the rook. Yeah, I think I'm fine with that idea. It does surrender control of this diagonal, but we can fight back with some pawns if we need to. But for right now, the important thing is getting rid of this pawn and potentially trading down our opponent's rooks. So what will you do? And if you do end up taking, like I said, I just take with the rook. Okay, I take with the rook. And I mean, it's conceivable you might use this as an opportunity to advance another space forward. Not sure it's the best idea, because in that case I just move here, and then I still have my boom, boom. Well, I'd need to move the queen down. Okay. This will work out. We put a knight there. We put a queen, there or something. Maybe there. Get control of this diagonal back. And then we go to town. All sorts of fun. Okay, what would you do though? What's your play here? And heck, I could go there and like there. not even get the queen involved. Although I do kind of like the idea of the queen being involved, because then we get like queen up to a8 as a move, potentially. Well, actually that would be stupid because there's a bishop right there. But you can get some fun moves. Maybe queen a7. Okay, I guess I should do something about that. Yeah, okay. I guess you'll move this forward, maybe? And I go there, and then you take with the knight, which is at that point threatening a queen. So maybe I don't, but then you just take there, which doesn't seem very good either. Or you just take with the knight immediately, I guess. Then I take you here. Now queen takes there. Okay, I see what you're playing at. Or you don't take... Okay. I don't see what you're playing at. Well, that's defended now. We'll use the bishop to get the queen off. Then queen takes there, potentially. At which point... Okay, I should probably defend there first, then. Obviously, I can't defend that way. I'll defend this way, then. And it also attacks. Another idea is you take up there and kind of abandon the whole thing, but not particularly fond of that approach. So we will go here. And what this does, keeps up the pressure on this pawn, defends this pawn, and puts pressure on that pawn. Oh, he had a bishop behind him! I got so tunnel visioned. I didn't even notice the bishop. Drats. I even did that, like, last game or something. Oh, okay. I bet I'm getting roasted in the comments for this series. Okay, we're playing black this time. Opponent is playing the king's pawn opening. We're playing the Sicilian against that, as I typically like to do. The traditional line, apparently. Let's do some fun stuff with this. Okay, so we've got... Here, we'll defend our loyal knight here. Okay, man, he really wanted to castle. I mean, who could blame him? Castling's fun. Queen to a5. It's an interesting move, but I think it helps set up pawn, or I guess technically the move is just called b5, to bully that bishop out of there. Now, granted, he can do something like that, but then I fall back there and I still defend my piece. Wonderful. Wonderful. In fact, maybe I go there, take, you gotta do something. Okay. And actually, realizing it now, he had a knight there, so, like, I was actually outnumbered. He could have just taken that if he wanted. Now, he might just put the bishop back now that the pawn's gone. Okay. Might I just... So I take. Obviously, I don't take back with the queen at that point. But I have freed his rook, essentially. That doesn't seem very good. Didn't think this through very far. Could put a bishop right here. Threaten your bishop. Let's see what you do about this. Of course, I guess this would just be a trade of bishops. Okay. Interesting. Rook b8. That way, if I open up this column, I already have the rook there. I already control it. Aye, that's not nice. Go away. Okay. I'm not going to chase him down. That was mostly for defense anyways. Now, we take. Great. I could move this rook up. Would I want to, though? I think I actually would. Well, could put the queen there. No, I couldn't put the queen there. There's a knight right there. I'm just trying to think, does that actually achieve anything? I don't think it does, now that I think about it. Let's put this knight here. We'll see what he does. What would I like to eliminate with the knight? That's a good question. Could go with the knight, or the bishop, essentially. Might trade the... And it comes with a check, too. I presume you'll take with your queen. Okay. Presumption correct. Now, does that allow me to do anything fun? Why am I not taking this pawn again? I feel like there was a good reason, but I honestly don't see it at this point. Yeah, there's no reason for me not to just take this pawn. Okay, free pawn. Wonderful, wonderful. That's annoying. Rook to b2 actually might make some sense now. Threaten the queen. Obviously, queen doesn't get a take, because then I just take with the queen. So queen has to get off the line, and then maybe I like this. I like where this is going. So queen has to get out of the way. Queen can't just take. Queen could just take, but then my queen just takes, which doesn't really help at all. So queen gets out of the way. Rook takes the knight. If they want to take back, then I'm fine with this, honestly. Yeah, take. And then we've got the option to trade rooks, if you so desire. Either way, I have successfully secured a knight for the troubles. Okay. There we go. Now, well, no, you wouldn't try to migrate to the open file because Okay, I guess we're trading queens now. Is there any... Yeah, I think the play here is trading queens. Now, we do need to make sure we get these other pieces activated, like, pronto. Because that's a nasty check right there. In fact... Is there anything we can do to avoid that? I think this is actually probably our best move under this circumstance. It gives up the opportunity to castle, but we can just get everyone out the old-fashioned way. Not terribly concerned with what you can do. I mean, that would probably be the most annoying. No, it wouldn't be. Okay, get out of here, knights. Because, yeah, you go there, you're taken, 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 you go there, you're taken. Thank you. Now, if they put the rook on b8, that's going to be annoying. Because then I can't really move my knight, because it would be pinned to the rook. Okay, luckily you didn't do that, so we don't need to talk about it. Which space to go to? I actually think this gives us better long-term prospects. We can go there, reinforce a rook on b8. I mean, heck, that'd be like a double reinforced square. Yeah. And actually, yeah, we've got enough of an advantage here. I think we trade off the rooks if we can. Okay, fair enough. Probably don't want to lose the bishop. To avoid that, we just move our rook forward so we cover the bishop. And the rook is covered by the pawn, of course, and isn't even directly attacked, so that doesn't really even matter. A resignation. I will take it. And yeah, makes sense. That's a tough... I was definitely in a winning position there. So, doesn't mean I couldn't have messed it up, but I liked where I was.